Welcome back, grinders, the Daily Grind. I'm Stephen Daly. Have you ever heard people say, "It's in my blood"? And it sounds like something they came up with after the fact. Like they're trying to make their life sound more intentional than it actually fucking was. Like they had a plan. Most people don't. You don't sit there at 18 with some crystal clear vision of your future. You just move. You take what's in front of you. You make decisions that feel right at the time. You avoid what feels wrong. And then one day, you look around and you go, how the hell did I end up here? And here's the question nobody really wants to sit with. Did you choose this? Or did you just follow something that felt familiar without ever questioning it? And I'm going to get a little bit personal on this episode. Let's get into it.
This is Daily Grind. I don't do safe topics, trigger warnings, or corporate-friendly bullshit. No subject is off limits. Political, true crime, history, or whatever else gets the gears grinding in your head. I grind into reality like you owes me rent.
My father did public works for 30 years. Growing up, that wasn't some identity. It was just normal. He worked storms, gone during winters, out plowing while everyone else was inside. And as a kid, you don't analyze that. You just accept it. It becomes background noise. What's your version of that? What did you grow up around that felt so normal you never questioned it? High school hits. I'm working summer help in his department. Mowing lawns, basic grounds work, nothing impressive, just a job. Or at least that's what I thought at the time. But really, that was exposure. That was me being dropped into an environment before I even knew what I was looking at. I remember this one day. I walked into the break room one morning. The public works director looks at me and goes, "You look like that kid Buckwheat from that movie." No warning. So I fired right back. "You look like that guy Fat Bastard from that movie." Then the whole room just loses it. And the director didn't get mad, didn't pull rank. He laughed. And that's where you learn something nobody explains to you. How people talk, how respect actually works, how to carry yourself without overthinking every word. You don't get taught that, you absorb it. Ask yourself, what did you absorb growing up without realizing it? I didn't grow up thinking I'd do this, didn't have some clear plan, so I did what most people do. I tried different things. Military, jail, as a correction officer, not an inmate. Other jobs just to keep moving. And from the outside, it looked like you're figuring it out. But if you're being honest, a lot of that isn't strategy, it's reaction. You're stepping into whatever is in front of you, whatever makes sense at the time, whatever feels familiar enough. So, how many of your decisions were actually decisions? And how many were just the next available step? Then I land in public works. Not some big moment, just an opportunity, and I take it. I start in the highway department, and something about it just clicks. Not loud, just quiet. This makes sense. And most people don't feel that. Most people feel like they're forcing it. So when something doesn't feel forced, you should probably pay attention. Then I move over to the water department. I get my licenses, treatment, distribution. I take the test, pass both first try. I called my father, tell him. He just says, "I knew you would." And that sticks because it makes you realize maybe this wasn't random. What in your life right now feels random, but might actually be part of a pattern you haven't seen yet. And then you start getting those moments that tie everything together. I remember one day I just finished up 20 something hours of plowing after a snowstorm. I pulled out of the wash bay after washing my dump truck. Guess what? Dump body still up. I hear it, I feel it, and instantly know, yeah, that wasn't good. Tell me that didn't just fucking happen. So of course I told my father about it, and he just laughs. Says he's done the same thing, same exact mistake. And that's when it hits different, because now it's not just a job. It's the same experiences, same situations, same screw-ups, just years apart. And the more I started noticing that, the more I realized this isn't just me. I tell him about hitting mailboxes while I'm plowing, and he just shakes his head and said, "Kid, I hit one mailbox in 30 years. And I just said, well, you didn't have a fucking wing plow on your truck either. You just had a front plow. So let's have the man sit down with us, Rick Daly. All right, you did this for 30 years. Did you ever think I'd end up doing it?
No. Not at all.
When I told you about pulling out of the wash bay with the body up, you didn't even react.
We all do them stupid things. It happens. Many hours at work, it happens.
All right, and be honest, I'm not the only one hitting mailboxes.
If we hit mailboxes, they were on the houses. It was kind of tough. Our mailboxes were on the houses.
You say 1 in 30 years. I say you didn't have a wing.
No, I didn't. I ran a grader plowing most of the time. The last 15 years, I ran a grader.
What's the biggest difference between when you did it and now?
I really don't know. I think it's all the same. You go out, you take care of it, and you go home.
What about the old equipment, like the old analog sander controls and what we have now? Digital, automatic, road temps.
I never used that equipment because we had the old stuff back in the old days. Wasn't really that long ago, but we just didn't have that high-tech equipment.
Yeah, you might as well be Fred Flintstone.
Basically, yes, you may as well.
Your brain is wired for familiarity, not happiness, not passion, familiarity. Whatever you grow up around becomes your baseline. So later in life, you don't just choose things, you gravitate toward what feels like that baseline. And here's the problem. Familiar doesn't always mean right. It just means known. That's why people stay stuck. Jobs they hate. Situations they know aren't fucking right. Because it's familiar. And your brain will choose familiar over better every time if you don't question it. I didn't plan this, didn't chase it, didn't grow up thinking this is what I do. But I ended up here. And after doing it for a few years, I don't see myself doing anything else. Not because it's perfect, not because it's easy, because it fits. And maybe that's what in your blood actually means. Not that you knew from the start, but that when you finally land in it, you stop fighting it. And if you're listening to this, the real question isn't about me. It's about you. Where did you end up? And did you ever actually decide to go there? Remember, discomfort builds, comfort obeys. This has been Daily Grind. I'm your host, Stephen Daly, and I'll see you next time.